Alright, we're into the game. It is Arabia 4v4. Yes, Arabia 4v4. Canada A versus Chile B. I just got to make sure, I'm going to look at my OBS, make sure the scoreboard is correct. Perfect. Alright, so we have China, Huns, Aztecs, Spanish versus Persians, China, Huns, and Spanish. So the Chilean team is missing the Aztec player, and the Canadian team has added Spanish. Or no, sorry, has added Aztec, and the Chileans have added Persians. Fuck, I gotta get into the game here. Anyway, looks like we have Slam on the pocket side against, or the flank against Nero. So Slam is going to be the Huns player. Nero is going to be Huns as well. So mirror matchup on this flank over here. Nero taking his board really early. He doesn't want to get it stolen. They will do that in tournament games. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. On the other side, we have Hera, who's playing as the Chinese. And he is going to be against the Persians from Waisepai. So that's going to be an interesting matchup, Chinese against Persians. I think Persians have a bit of an advantage, but not much. Both are pretty strong Arabia civs. In the pocket, we have Ra as the Spanish against Noisic as the Spanish as well. Finally, the last pocket is White Court as the Chinese against Mentalist as the Aztecs. So you never want to see Aztecs. And check off. Star Trek fan. I'm gonna chat off there. You never want to see Aztecs as pocket. Usually you want to see them as a flank. So maybe Slam's gonna consider going forward or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna do team colors so I can spot all of these lames that are gonna be happening. Looks like Mentalist is already laming a boar from Nero, from the Huns player. Oh, yeah, no Mongols and no Mayans for the Arabia game. That's correct from Tarzis. Mentalist having a bit of trouble laming that boar. It's kind of in an awkward position here, and Nero is actually going to come out and try and take it again. Mentalist is just pissing off. He doesn't want anything to do with that. Already has a wounded eagle, so not going to be great. Well, I mean, slinging is so nerfed, man. It's like 40% taken off now for slinging, so I don't think, or 50% as Tarzis is saying, it's really bad. Like, I don't think you really want to sling in this situation very much. Looks like Waisepi is looking for a boar to steal. Hera is scouting over here. Mentalist coming over with his eagle to try and look for more boars. That's not going to work very well. Now, Waisepi is signaling the boar from Hera over here. Hera is going to take that, though, so he'll be fine for the moment. Looks like none of his boars are going to be stolen. Doesn't look like anything's really going to be stolen in this game. So I'll take a look at the maps here. Hera's map, it's okay. He's got all these secure woodline. Actually, it's a fairly decent map. He's got the gold in the back. He's got tons of places to go for wood. The only issue might be this stone over here. But his deer are in pushable distance as well. So that's very nice. He is against Waisepi and Wisepie. The Pie of the Wise. Has a decent enough woodline back here. His gold is up on a hill, but it's kind of not forward, so that's fine. Looking at the other flank, really forward gold over here for Nero. Going to turn team colors off again. Looks like he's going to be going for a drush, bringing the gold in already. Putting that barracks up. I like this. Very, very safe. Did not want the barracks to be delayed from Slam, who's wandering around here with a scout. Slam's map, also with a forward gold, has a safe wood line. Forward stone as well, and he has options for his wood. He has two different places he can take wood, so decent place for him. Looks like he already pushed in one deer, so he's going to have a nice little economy rolling. He's already on the way to feudal age, so he's probably going to go for scouts. Don't see him going out to gold yet. Definitely going to go for scouts against the drush from Nero. What Nero is going to follow up with, I have no idea. Hera pushing some deer in. Gonna take that. He's on the way to feudal age. 23 population. Didn't go out to gold as well, so now he's going out to gold. Okay. Doesn't have a barracks down yet, though, so he's probably going to go into archers. What is yellow going to make? Yellow is making barracks right now. Almost in feudal age. Is not on gold yet, so most likely going scouts. And then going to transition into knights later on with the Persians. Noisic. I don't see him on stone yet, but he might end up going on stone. You have a pocket Spanish. Maybe you want to go conquistadors. He could also maybe go into knights as well. That's definitely an option, like 2 stable knights. White court. Looks like he's just going to go fast castle knights. He's already out to the gold. So here's the first real engagement of the game. Team Canada working together, Mentalist and Slam, to try and take out this Drush from Nero. And Slam dropping a stable now. Horsecaller coming in from him, so dropping some more farms. I don't think this Drush is going to do too much damage. You can see Slam already has a spear in that barracks and already has some scouts, so the Drush is definitely not going to do too much damage, not going to idle too many villagers there. Archery range coming up from Hera. Just like I said, he's already walled off here, so very, very safe map. Still open on this side, but he will get that closed up. Maybe they'll make a team wall between him and Ra. Ra actually had a very wow, nice mill from Ra. The deer were so close, and he's going to have a great food boost there. He's going to have probably a pretty good castle time as well. He is the Spanish player, so whether he goes out to stone, yes, he's already on stone. Definitely planning on going for a castle and those conquistadors, which will be super deadly. I like how Nero has added a spear into this Drush. Slam's already on 4 scouts, and he can't really engage this at the moment because of that spear there. But still, he's not even going to bother. He's just going to run. Going to go to Nero's base. And Nero is transitioning into archer ranges. Let's take a look at his resources. Yeah, so he's going to go archers in the feudal age. Try and pressure Slam. You can see this. He's already denied this straggler trees. That's very cute from Nero. To delete those straggler trees and prevent Slam from getting that minuscule amount of wood, but it is something. It is something, and maybe it's kind of annoying to Slam. Wise Pie figured out that Hera was walled, so he's going over to Ra. Ra is trying to deny this and didn't garrison any... Ra! What are you doing, man? Come on! He ran right under your TC! What are you doing, man? You didn't garrison anything. You just ran right under. This is awful! Ra, don't do me like this, bro! He did wall in his stone, but this is gonna idle so much. These lumberjacks, he's trying to wall off here, trap these scouts in this little area, which he has done. If he walls here, then he can go make another lumber camp somewhere and be fairly safe. Wise Pie trying to get in there. He did lose 2 villagers, so. Wise Pie making the damage there. Meanwhile, Hera coming over with archers, getting fletching right now. He might catch this villager out here. He can also sit under this tower, which would be pretty deadly. On the other side, Slam trying to just finish up this Drush here. I don't know what he did with his scouts. He's just wandering around. Looks like he picked off a vill in Nero's base. This isn't even a trap, though. This is just super inconvenient. Like, he can't even go to the wood anymore. It's just so inconvenient. And Ra's actually dropping a town center. So Ra going for a TC right away. Doesn't have the stone for a castle. Ra is going to be slow. He is going to be very slow. Going for a 3 TC boom, however. So see how well that works out. Hera figured out that he couldn't really attack this gold. There is a tower there. So he's just going to go over to Noisic. Try and be annoying. And annoying he will be, killing one villager. Maybe going to pick off another one? No. Fairly close to picking off another one, but not quite there. You see Noisik on the stone. How much stone does he have before Ra can come over here and idle it? Already has enough for a castle. So Noisik's going to have the conquistadors out immediately. Whereas Ra looks like he lost another villager, maybe another villager, so 4 villagers down. His KD is 1 to 4. He has trapped these scouts in here, but was it worth it? I do not believe so. It was a bad maneuver from Ra to try and get the quick wall down and not even garrison any villagers in the TC. Did 0 damage to these scouts as they were coming in. So definitely worth it from Wise Pie to get in there. Meanwhile, on the other side, Nero has a ton of archers. Slam forced to go into Skirmisher, putting a defensive tower on the gold. Doesn't want him anywhere near there. Meanwhile, White Court has knights out, and this is interesting. I did not see this because orange blends so well into the map. Looks like Mentalist is just going to go YOLO, Siege Monk Rush from the pocket as Aztecs on Arabia. Let's go. So blue is going to have to deal with this. Looks like Mentalist already converted 1 knight. And this is such a Mentalist strategy, man. To just go all in. YOLO rush with the Aztecs. I love it. You never see a smush on Arabia. Well, you see it sometimes, but not as often as I would like. Another stable coming up from White Court. White Court is going to have some issues once this TC goes down. He really needs that gold there. He has another gold over here, but it's so far away, and he's trying to go for 3 TC boom. It's not going to work out so well. I mean, Noisik is going to be in, or White Court's going to be in so much trouble here. There's really nothing he can do to effectively counter this. You see Slam going forward, attacking Nero. Got a good composition to do so, but White Court over here as well with some knights, so Slam's army is going to get cleared up. Nero is on the way to Castle Age. Slam is not on the way to Castle Age yet. Hera on the way to Castle Age as well. What happened to his army, I do not know, but there are conquistadors out from Noisik. And a second castle, double castle, conks from Noisik. Noisik is just going to go YOLO on the conquistadors. I love it. I also love this even more, though. Here comes Canada. The stable from White Court is going to go down. The TC has already gone down on the gold, so he's going to have limited options where he can take gold. And these mangonels can just push in. He can lose both of these TCs like real quick. Real quick. Wise Pie coming over with some knights. Trying to do some damage. He's still trying to get out of this cute little trap. And Ra just has decided not to make any army whatsoever. I mean, it's working at the moment. Finally got his castle up. He is at 50 villagers, so he is ahead of everyone else. He's just fortunate that Blue and Teal have been so distracted so far that they couldn't come and hit him. Now we see Blue coming out, trying to take down these mangonels with villagers. Slam really wants to avoid converting villagers because if an army unit comes along and you have no faith left on your monks, it is no bueno. Oh, nice shot from Slam, taking down 4 villagers, now converting a few. His vill count is going up and Blues is dropping. 52 villagers now from Slam, and this is why you didn't want to convert vills, because here comes the conquistadors. Here they come. Now they're going to be chased away by those couple of monks. Slam trying to convert this one scout before it takes out a monk. I think he's going to do so. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have a battle between Slam and... I kept saying Slam. I meant Mentalist. I'm so confused. We have Slam over here with some archers trying to counter Nero. White Court still has these 2 knights over here, and they're doing work. They're effectively countering Slam's army. But he will be in the Castle Age soon, so he will be looking okay. Taking stone over there. trying to protect his base. Maybe toss a wall down here and just make purple go through the TC to do any damage. Meanwhile, on the other side, Hera looks like he microed a mangonel down from yellow and a knight as well. Lost 4 crossbows in the process, but has... he's fairly even against yellow, I think. And now Teal is going to clean up his army. They must be like, why the hell does Teal have so many conquistadors? It's because he went double castle. Double castle conch. And now the conchs are coming over to Ra. Ra has 4 TCs now, so Ra is going for the super ultra mega boom. 65 villagers, only 1 castle. So he's definitely going to be out-popped by Teal, but what damage can Teal do here? I'm unsure. Yellow now coming over, seeing if he can hit orange. And Mentalist, the orange player, still doing work against blue. Blue has nowhere to go. He's on the secondary gold. Mentalist is taking his gold. And he can't even repair this TC because there's too many mangonels. So this TC is going to go down. This TC, once this one is gone, this one is super exposed. And he's going to have to re-TC somewhere else. Still at 50 villagers, though. So definitely not dead in any sense. Teal doesn't even care, man. He's just camping under this TC, taking out villagers. Mentalist at 65 villagers now. Teal still only at 48. So even though Mentalist went forward, he has a lot more villagers. And I'm not sure this double conch strat is really working for Teal at the moment. I mean, he is doing damage, but he doesn't have his army concentrated in one place. And he's not helping blue counter this push. So, like, he needs to do a shit ton of damage to make it worth it. And I don't think it is, to be honest. Still doesn't have bloodlines on his conquistadors. Does have the +2 armor, however. Well, it's not working because, like, the other pocket is getting completely... just... it's a dumpster fire over here for White Court. And Mentalist's army composition pushing White Court is exactly what counters Conquistadors, so can't really do too much with those conchs. Knights coming over now from White Court. Those were the knights that were at Slam's base. Trying to do some damage. They are very weak, though. Mentalist did lose a mangonel, but I'm not sure how much damage he's going to do. Balls deep castle. I love it. Let's go. Yellow is giving no fucks. He is over here with knights. Teal is over here with a ton of conquistadors. And the castle from Wise Pie coming down. Hera is definitely going to lose this fight. Ra doesn't have much military. It says he's only got 13 military. Ra has just been taking it easy this game, not doing anything really. He's coming back across the map to try and save Hera, but Hera is in deep doo-doo. Hera is in deep, deep doo-doo over here, especially if Teal even, like, gets to this wood line. Teal could just sit under this TC, to be honest. He's got enough conchs. He does have bloodlines now. He's got the +2. Hera doesn't have enough room to garrison all these villagers. I feel like he could just sit under here and kill vills all day. Meanwhile, Yellow killing another TC from Hera. Hera is in trouble. There is conchs, there is units, there is castles all over his economy at the moment. How is Blue doing? Blue did not lose this TC. Looks like Mentalist lost a couple more mangonels. He's got a mangonel of his own, so Mentalist's got to figure out somewhere else to go. However, Mentalist is at 90 villagers and Blue is at 55, so not the greatest matchup. Speaking of matchups, we haven't looked over here in a while. Looks like there was a big fight between Slam and Nero. Nero's actually doing a decent job. He's at 57 villagers, and Slam only at 47. So Nero is winning that fight. He's also coming over to try and help his pocket. How are things going at Hera's base? Looks like he lost a lot of villagers here. He's down to 54, so that's 20 less than the last time we looked. And Ra is finally coming over with Conquistadors! Shoot again! Shoot again! Shoot! Shoot! Oh, god damn it, son! You cannot afford to lose conchs like that. You can't afford to do that. That is so many conchs going down. 6 shots with the hill bonus. Jesus Christ, man. What's Raw's military at now? 12? Less than when we looked 5 minutes ago? Feels good, man. That was epic. What's going on here? So this is where Noisix conks. This is so cute. Oh, I thought they were trapped in. They're not. There's a hole there. Okay, there's a hole. They are trapped in this side, though, so Raw can come over, pick these off. Remember, Raw does not have the +2 armor, but he does have more conks. Some on a hill, some from behind. And Noisix really has nowhere to go with this. Hera has stabilized. He's at 63 villagers, which is more than Noisix, the opponent pocket, so that's decent. When we look at the economies, definitely Raw is in the lead. Mentalist as well. Mentalist is looking very, very good. He's on the way to Imperial Age. He's almost there, actually. Wise Pie on the way to Imperial Age as well, but Mentalist would be there so much faster. And presumably he will go into Eagles. You see the barracks already down here. Well, the thing about Slam is that, like, he was doing okay, and then White Court sent those couple knights over, and Raw didn't, or Mentalist didn't help him at all. Like, Mentalist was killing White Court, so it was a fair trade-off. But Slam couldn't really counter those two knights because he had a skirmisher army, so he got wiped out. And then he lost a couple vills. Still, Elite Eagle Warrior coming in from Mentalist. What does the Chilean team have to answer with? Basically nothing. I don't think Blue can really counter these Eagles. Mentalist has a great economy. He's at 108 villagers. Best economy in the game. Slightly behind him is the Persian player Wise Pie. Almost at Imperial Age, about 70%. Dropping another castle there, and he's going to go into Paladin, so Hera is going to need to go up pretty soon to counter that. Maybe get some Halberdiers out. And then transition into the Chukanus. Where is Mentalist going? Mentalist is going straight to Nero. Slam still coming forward with some Cav Archers, and Nero's going to be very distracted by this raiding. Already with the 4+2 armor, getting the final armor upgrade on the Eagles. So definitely those are going to be good economy rating units. He can go straight to the gold, he can go to this woodline, he can go to this other gold, the stone, everything from Mentalist. Mentalist is playing very, very strong here.
Yes.
So many monks left over, he basically lost no army. And he's still attacking, already killed a TC, doing damage with the Eagles to both purple and blue. Slam now in to purple's eco. If he camps this hill, he might be able to win this battle. You see both of them jockeying for the hill position. He's going to decide to run away. Let orange do some work over here on purple's economy. And pick his battles carefully. Ra is almost at Imperial Age. And Hera is on the way to Imperial Age as well. So I'm not sure that yellow can do too much damage over here. Look at the size of Hera's army. Once those are upgraded to Arbalest, he can just camp on these hills and in these choke points. He should be fine. Teal coming forward here with a lot of conquistadors. Let's check out the micro from Mentalist. How many conks are going to get converted? Pretty decent micro there from Mentalist, but the Cavaliers from Wise Pie are over. This town center is definitely not going to go down. Eagles trying to counter the Cavaliers. And the Cavaliers are going to clear that up. Slam taking a big fight with Nero here. Still in the Castle Age, both of those players. Nero is behind on villagers thanks to Mentalist raiding, however. And Slam is at 81, so he should be clicking up fairly soon. Noisix is on the way to Imperial Age. He is at 79 villagers, so he's trying to stabilize his economy. This will not help. The fact that Ra is over here, trying to do damage to Wise Pie. Wise Pie was at 110 villagers, now he's at 98. So Ra did some damage to him, and he's not pushing. Already lost a Treb. Kind of bad Treb loss over there. Mentalist still building up a ton of Eagles. Needs to get the attack upgrade on those. Looks like he's going into Pikemen, however, and Squires, so wants to counter the Cavaliers from Yellow. And Yellow is actually sending to Slam. So this might not be good for Slam. Slam doesn't really have anything, just a Castle Age army to counter these Cavaliers. And those Cavalry Archers are only doing 3 damage per shot against them, so... gonna be pretty tough. Yellow? Huh? He's decided not to engage, okay. He's gonna go around. Gonna run around. Gonna do the run around, and then leave. Purple wanting to take the fight, yellow just pissing off and not caring at all. And yellow over here with some more Cavaliers trying to stop Mentalist. Mentalist is going to get that TC up. And he's going to take down another TC from blue. He is raiding with a ton of eagles. See blue struggling super, super badly against these eagles. There's really nothing much that he can do. Teal is trying to help with the conquistadors. But, I mean, teal and yellow really need to stabilize this side. You see Raw is in it. Yellow's base with a lot of conks, and yellow doesn't have anything here to counter this. He's sending all of his Cavaliers to the other side of the map to try and stop Mentalist. And what does he have to counter this? Nothing. He's got a couple Cavaliers, but these are elite conquistadors with the full armor upgrade. And his economy is down to 83 villagers now. He's going to be down to like 60-something by the time this is done. Noisic over here with conks trying to clear up the eagles from Mentalist still. You see Slam with a ton of Cav Archers. He's on the way to Imperial Age. Nero is on the way as well, but looking very, very bad for Nero. 96 villagers to 75 on that side. Gray status is conks in the enemy base. That's what it is. Or you mean the status that is the color gray. I don't know what you mean. Slam over here with a ton of Cav Archers. He's sitting on the hill. There's nothing Nero can do about that. Nero's army is at 5. This is his entire army. Now it's at 4. He's got nothing. He's getting chain barding armor, so maybe he's going to go into Cavaliers, but not going to be enough to stop Slam once he gets heavy cavalry archer. Meanwhile, on the other side, conks from Raw still taking out the paladins from Wise Pie. Doing a good job there. What is Hera doing? Hera is pushing forward with some trebs. Looks like he already took out this castle that was right here, and he's going to take out the castle here, and there's really no hope for the Chilean team, and they're calling the GG. Well played from Canada. Really well played from Mentalist. I mean, Slam kind of fell far behind because there was 2 knights from White Court over there, and he lost his army, but, like, Mentalist basically destroyed White Court. He denied Noisic from coming over and helping. And he did a lot of damage to purple. Like, Mentalist was MVP here. Raw had a few strange decisions. He was fortunate that Mentalist came forward and distracted everyone. Going for a boom like that, getting a couple villagers killed, but he did play well in the end. And Hera defended successfully against yellow and teal. So, well played by Canada. And the score is 1-1 now for the Canadian team. Or 1-0, sorry, not 1-1, 1-0. Sometimes I say stuff, and I'm kind of like, what the fuck are you talking about, David?